Ugh. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Good morning to those of you in the UK. It's stupid o'clock, like a time that I'm never here, people. It's 41 minutes past 12. If you're over in the UK, go to bed. Obviously, good morning, good evening, whatever, people. Let's just jump straight into it. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Football took a blow today. It's been a bit of a mad day, and I really was gonna wait before I really did a video on this because, as you can imagine, news is quickly filtering that Arsenal, Man City, the traditional top six, have broke away in terms of your Champions League and Europa League, and are now joining the Super League. People, we're gonna get into it, but we've been getting, for me, anyways, we've been, I'll get into Arsenal and all my feelings and those sort of things in general. But what I will say on my thoughts in football in general is it's been coming. This sort of day has been coming. The capitalists and the fat cats and all these corporations have been doing this. It has been a race to the bottom. This day has been coming. Arsene Wenger warned us in 2009. It was coming. It is disgraceful. Let's be real. It's all about money. I think it's very funny. I'm not defending anyone, but I think it's funny even seeing the Premier League, seeing UEFA, seeing all of these people kind of condemn them, even seeing Sky Sports condemn them. Like, you won't be first fighting over TV rights. Again, it's upsetting to see every English football club go against every moral of every fan, my club included, Arsenal. It's a sad day. It's a day we sold our soul, really and truly. And like I said, news is filtering through. Apparently, the Champions League and Europa League are being suspended. There's all sorts of rumors in that PSG could get it. Real Madrid, Chelsea are getting kicked out, and all of those sort of things. The good thing is, at least Arsenal be in Europe and things like that. But it's on a serious note. There really is no joy to find from this. It's an utter disgrace, people. I can't say I'm happy with this. I'm trying to be nice. I think it's absolutely disgraceful. Football has taken a bitter pill to swallow. Football has been dying a death, and this is a bitter pill to swallow for all the football purists, for those who believe football is at the should be a game of equal measure. It's upsetting. It's upsetting for me because, again, who knows the knock-on effects? Again, we don't know, but you can imagine UEFA and FIFA, they're probably going to put pressure on players and say certain players can't play at this tournament, that tournament, which is going to be cutting off their nose to spite their face, because players will not only be denied playing at the biggest tournaments and the commercial things with that. If you, as much as we like the World Cup isn't going to be the same if the Neymars historically and these sort of players are not there and not involved. It is upsetting people, so we're going to see a lot of things to be said. Personally, I'm not going to lie. I did think, we did hear on Monday something would be announced. I did think it was a game of chicken between the big boys in Europe and in England and going against them. Clearly, it's not. It's a day football has taken a bitter pill to swallow. It's a day it's confirmed what many fans have already known, that these clubs lack morals. These clubs do not reflect what we are about. These clubs are just selling to the highest bidder and will do their bidding as such. We all know the financial knock-on effects you're probably going to get. I can see you lot going crazy in the comments. Please make sure you hit the like button, people. Please make sure you hit the like button. And if I read I got my Guinness punch as well. If I read some stuff out to you without showing you some of the tweets, people, just because I haven't sent that over to myself, as you can see, apparently negotiations between the 12 Super League clubs and UEFA started last year. The 12 Super League didn't want to leave the Champions League initially. They wanted to reform it. Clubs wanted to manage money generated from TV rights and commercial financial rights. UEFA said no, hence why this is born, people. As I just said, there's talk of domestic leagues being cancelled. I don't think that's going to quite happen, but temporarily the UEFA Champions League and Europa League have been suspended in relation to this. And again, we will expect more confirmation as what happens, people. It is quite sad. And there's actually even threats, apparently, people with thingy. Like you said, it's literally a coup, fair play. Apparently there's rumors that Liverpool, Arsenal, all of these teams that join this league might have to start football in the fifth tier of English football. So there might be problems in that regards. Again, we don't know what is going to happen. What are you lot saying? I'll get into you lot's comments. Keep your comments coming, people. But let's actually get into what's being said. I recognize it's late. We shouldn't really be waffling and things. As you lot can see here, people, UEFA, European Super League, Premier League's Big Six agreed to join new league, which is quite upsetting. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. I know it's not a happy vid, people, but as you look can see, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, and rather amusingly, Tottenham Hotspur are among 12 clubs who have agreed to join a new European Super League, ESL. Apparently, the Premier League clubs will join AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus, and Real Madrid. People apparently Borussia Dortmund and PSG, off the top of my head, refused to join such. The ESL said the founding clubs had agreed to establish a midweek competition with clubs continuing to compete in their respective national leagues. So what does that immediately tell you, folks? That tells you that, assuming that nothing else happens, the Premier League and the Italian league and all of these things can run simultaneously. But as you can imagine, there gets a lot of red tape, because how do you factor in the league? Because again, naturally, you can imagine UEFA and the Super League, they all competing for TV rights. What days are they going to be had on? If there's an El Clasico on Saturday, how do you factor in which team plays on which day midweek, saying if one's playing in the Super League, one's playing in this Champions League? Now, clearly, you can't play in both of these competitions, in that the Champions League or the Europa League, as well as the as well as the Super League. But how do you factor in this? For me, the biggest concern is we already know there's a whole heap of fixtures being played. I care about the players' mental health and well-being. There's a lot of pointless internationals. Tournaments are coming every now and again. You got Olympics, you got this, you got that. You're already competing on how many fronts, and now you've got this. Now take away the Champions League again, people, you can see how things are happening, because again, how are they going to factor this in? Is this going to run the same times as the Champions League? How is that going to factor in? You can see the red tape. How is that going to factor into the domestic league? When is this going to start and finish, people? There's so many unanswered questions, in my opinion. Even if we go again, the Champions League's your bread and butter. This is a new cup, but where are the new players going to go? Are the big boy European players, the Haalands and the Mbappes, are they going to look to be part of this 12-man European league, or are they going to stay with the traditional Champions League? I don't know. And again, certain club managers who have international managers might say, anybody who plays in one of these tournaments, I'm not selecting you. There's a lot of red tape and a lot of knock-on effects, people. And again, how the credibility, they're clearly fighting for TV rights. For me, the Champions League's been around longer, so it's our bread and butter. But how do you factor in now which is the more prestigious cup? Where are the big boy players are going to go? Clearly, the TV rights are going to be sold to the highest bidder. Clearly, this is just scheme that Moneyball exercises, further big clashes against, you can see the blockbuster names and all of those sort of things. We've mentioned how the TV rights and being able to control better the TV rights is a benefit to these clubs, and even better. Again, you look at them teams, let's be real, Arsenal and Spurs, exactly, and a couple of others, but Arsenal and Spurs, you don't deserve to be in a big league like this. So again, to get more of a TV slice of the pie in this compared to the Champions League, I understand it. I do not condone it, people. As you lot can see here, people, being midweek, teams will continue to respect their national league. So again, there's no problems. But how is this going to work now? If they said they're going to respect their national leagues, now they're going to probably try their best to run that in tandem with, if you're in the Premier League, the FA Cup, or the Cat Yarabel Cup. So we'll have to see. Apparently, people, it says the inaugural season is intended to commence as soon as practical, and anticipated that a further 3 clubs will join the breakaway. So again, there's 3 unnamed clubs, or assuming unnamed clubs. We've seen Boris Johnson speak on this. It's actually headline news over here in the UK, people. Apparently, FIFA have previously said it would not recognize any such competition, and any player involved could be denied the chance to play at the World Cup. And that's true, but I very much doubt you're going to deny Lionel Messi the chance, people, to play in that. Sergio Ramos the chance to play in that. These sort of players, you're not, because they're, the elite players will not have to worry. The smaller players could get fingered. You can see the red tape among how this can pan out, people, really and truly. And FIFA getting involved as well, and obviously Euros with UEFA. There's obviously repercussions of that, people. So we'll have to see. Antoine Griezmann, I'm sure he wants to be part of trying to win the Euros with France, people. He might be denied that opportunity. It is what it is. Apparently, UEFA reiterated this warning on Sunday, when it said players involved would be banned from all competitions at domestic, European, or world level, and could be prevented from representing their national teams. Now, I will say as fault for the players, because the players are just pawns in this. You can ban Lionel Messi, but he's not the one that's signing off at this with Barcelona. Let's be real. These are football players. So again, you're hurting the people that are being hurt unnecessarily. The only way I can see clubs being hurt is if leagues start sanctioning. You're hearing rumors of docked points, all of these sort of things. Now, the clubs that have broken away, they have to be briefed on this. You can imagine it's going to get ugly. There's going to be all sorts of lawyers, sport lawyers, legal lawyers, all these practical lawyers getting involved in this. This isn't a hasty decision taken by either all these parties involved. It appears it to us is a bit of a snowballing effect, but it's been coming. It's been coming, people. It's been coming. Apparently, UEFA reiterated this warning, as you'd say, after the Super League was announced. FIFA expressed its disapproval of the proposed competition and called for all parties involved in heated exchanges to engage in calm, constructive, and balanced dialogue for the good of the game. So that's probably what we're believing, a scare tactic. Apparently, there were talks in October over a new 4.6 billion competition that would involve replacing the Champions League. You can see just for that figure alone how that is enticing. Please hit the like button, people. UEFA had plans for a new 36-team Champions League would head off the formation of the Super League. The Champions League reforms are set to be confirmed on Monday. So tomorrow we're going to hear the revamp of the Champions League. However, the 12 teams involved in the Super League do not think the reforms go far enough. They said the global pandemic has accelerated the instability in existing European football economic models. So again, it's a chance to make some money, some headline events at a time where there's a lot of problems. In recent months, extensive dialogue has taken place with football stakeholders regarding the future format of European competitions. The founding clubs believe the solution proposed following these talks do not solve fundamental issues, including the need to provide higher quality matches and additional financial resources for overall footballing period. So again, higher quality matches do equal additional financial resources, is the way I saw it, people. Apparently, Joe Glazer will be the vice chairman of the Super League. I'm sure the Glazers have a great name where the United fans are concerned, and I'm sure it puts the likes of the Glazers, Henry, Stan Kroenke, it puts you a lot further in high regard with the fans of your respective clubs. In relation to the format, now, once again, like I said, managers and players involved in this is going to be a madness, because again, when are these games going to be played? And what happens to the places? If Arsenal, not that they do, but if they finish fourth this season and they're joining this league, the fifth place get it now. The sixth go and say, hold on, what's going on here? Are we going to see, what Champions League clubs are going English clubs are going to be in the Champions League places as a result, people? It does hurt the fragment of football. It does hurt the integrity. It does upset me. But I feel a bit helpless. I am aggrieved by it. But is this any different from what the Champions League has become? They've killed the Champions League. UEFA have killed the Champions League and every other competition they're in hold of. The same way FIFA has, the same way Premier League has, the same way the Super League has. And again, it's just down to the fat cats who, take apart and exploit our love for football and do all of these things, and they get away with it. This is why I don't mind when players earn shitloads of money, people. Because these clubs will do these sort of things. They just sell themselves to the highest bidder. They have no values, they have no morals. And if you didn't know as a football fan, if you thought your club cared about you, if you thought your respective club, whatever club you support, reflected you as a supporter, maybe they did you proud. But if you support one of these clubs who have left their respective positions and now joined this thing, it's a joke thing, people. He said, by bringing together the world's greatest clubs and players to play each other throughout the season, I'm sure everyone wants to play against Xhaka and Willian. The Super League will open a new chapter for European football, ensuring world-class competition, facilities, and increased financial support for the wider football period. So them 12 play, they're saying, money divided by 12 is better than however many are in the Champions League. Let's do this. Apparently, the league will have 20 teams. So again, we're still waiting on some. The 12 founding members plus 3 unnamed teams that they expect to join soon, and 5 sides who qualify annually through according to their domestic achievements. So again, what does that mean? If you win a certain cup, are you through? Are you what happens there? Apparently, it will start in August with midweek fixtures. So again, pre-season is even more muddied. And again, if you're playing at the Olympics, the Euros, any of those sort of things this season, you can see how that's complicated for you as a manager or you as a club. The clubs will be split into groups of 10 and we'll play each other twice, people. So again, that's more games, more money. But again, you factor in this Super League to your Premier League season, 38 standard games, however much is in the FA Cup and things like that, and you can see how this is going to be a mess. Do people now have to sign more players and have a bigger squad because of these? That's 10 games, people. That's 10 games, people. Are you lot deep in? That's 10 extra games added to the season now for Arsenal. On top of, you exclude Europa, but on top of what's been a manic season. It's madness. And it will start in August, people. The top three in each group qualify for the quarterfinals, with the teams fourth and fifth playing a two-legged playoff for the two remaining spots. So again, more unnecessary games, more money. From then on, they will have the same two-leg knockout format used in the Champions League before a single-leg final in May at a neutral venue. We all know what the thingy has been, people. Macron has condemned it. Not that he's the best in terms of character reference. So that's what that is. As expected, you were going to see a lot of backlash from clubs. UEFA and the Premier League condemned the decisions for these clubs to join, people. As you lot can see here, UEFA has said all measures possible to stop the cynical project. Apparently, Johnson, who is a Tory, has said it would be very damaging for football. You've damaged the backside economy, twat. But yeah, people, as you lot can see, everyone and their nanas having issue with it, people. I'd love to see who is actually the 12 teams, people. Let me zoom in as well for you guys. It's quite upsetting, people. So the Premier League have condemned it. It's crazy, people. And as you lot know, again, UEFA aren't clean because you're making a 36 Champions League tournament. Again, I'm not backing anyone. I think this is all terrible, people, but you get the point, man. It's quite upsetting. As you lot can see here, new European League plans are confirmed with the Big Six all involved. Just for those who might not have a clue what is really going on, because it's been a bit of a mad one in the last few hours. The move comes as a snub to UEFA following fresh Champions League plans. UEFA are set to outline a new format, as you lot know, later on today on Monday. As you lot know, in terms of where England are concerned, Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, and rather on a funny one, Spurs have joined it. So for me anyways, Arsenal and United, absolutely appalling, really and truly. Let's be real. Two clubs made of huge values who in the last recent years haven't reflected the fans. Sum it up again. It is what it is. And in addition to that, the three big boys in Spain will be going. Juventus and AC Milan, as well as Inter, will be joining. So apart from France, which again, if they can get the France boys involved, if you can get a German club in there like Bayern Munich, then you're off to a good start. Apparently, they've rejected the plan, although the plan is to expand the league to 15 members with a further 5 annual qualifiers in what is a rapidly changing situation. So anyone who might not be a member, but let's say a year from now they qualify, what sanctions is that qualifying team who's not involved in it now? What happens then? What happens to teams that aren't involved now and they say 10 years, they say a year from now, like let's say Dortmund, Bayern, PSG, they just say, you know what, you man was right. Let's jump on this as well. What happens then? It's quite muddy. There's got to be a solution. I did think it was a game of chicken and this was something that they were just bluffing them by, but it does feel like we've gone too far to turn back. As you don't know, Florentino Perez is the man behind this, people. A simple opening paragraph which shook the footballing world declared 12 of Europe's leading football clubs have come together to announce that they have agreed to establish a new midweek competition, the European Super League. Governed by its founding members, as you can see here, that's not in commas. So here we have it, people, and the full statement has had it here, people. It is anticipated that a further 3 clubs will join ahead of the inaugural season, which is intended to commence as soon as practical. So again, when COVID and these things make things more light, they'll make it happen. Going forward, the founding members look forward to holding discussions with UEFA and FIFA to work together in partnership to deliver outcomes for the new league and for football as a whole. Now, if this is something that is going to happen and it is what it is sort of thing, one has to wonder, is there a reality where you can participate in the Champions League, in the Champions League, in the Super League and whatnot, people? At what point, because again, these lot are selling themselves to the highest bidder. Suddenly, if this does happen and then it becomes more lucrative actually now in the future to be in the Champions League, are people going to back out of this? What happens? Because 9 times out of 10, you try something and then we start finding out things that weren't prevalent at first. So what happens? And obviously, my thing is the Champions League will always have credibility over this. But you must imagine, just because of the teams involved and what could happen in the selling shirts, what now becomes the bigger thing? Like, which are you going to join Barcelona to play in this, or are you going to join somebody else to play in the Champions League? Like, what is it all about now, people? Apparently, apparently the formation of the Super League comes at a time when the global pandemic has accelerated the instability in existing European football economic models. Further, for a number of years, the founding clubs have had the objective of improving the quality and intensity of existing European competitions throughout each season, and of creating a format of top clubs and players to compete on a regular basis. Now, obviously, you look at where Spurs and Arsenal are concerned, even Chelsea, it's getting harder on top of their problems with UEFA anyways, just what we've been reading about. It's getting harder and harder to consistently challenge and qualify for the Premier League. So to be consistently involved in some European competition, it gives them a luxury. It might put the handbrake off such. They might stop investing heavily. They might stop doing things and whatnot. It's quite upsetting. And if football fans didn't know anyways, football is a business. And I hope this gives you the firm slap in your mouth that if you didn't know that already, really and truly. Like you can see here, and of creating a format for top clubs and players to compete on a regular basis, the pandemic has shown that a strategic vision and sustainable commercial approach are required to enhance value and support for the benefit of the entire European football pyramid. In recent months, extensive dialogue has taken place with football stakeholders regarding the future format of European competitions. The founding members believe the solutions proposed following these talks do not solve fundamental issues, including the need to provide higher quality matches and additional resources for the overall footballing period. So clearly, all these clubs, for one reason or another, whether it was more money, whether it's the luxury of being in European competition all the time, as you're seeing, it's getting harder and harder to be in the Champions League in England, whether it was, the luxury of always being in it, whether it was, concerns about money and how the TV rights and whatnot are distributed, for whatever reason, the dollar comes back to it, in it, like it's all for money, like UEFA and the Premier League actually are. As you lot know, there'll be 20 participating clubs, 15 founding members, midweek fixtures, people. Still going to try and preserve the traditional domestic format. It will start in August. There's a playoff, two-legged playoff ties for quarterfinal positions for those that finish 5th and 6th, and again, we're going to have to see what happens, people. Apparently, people, solidarity payments will be substantially higher than those generated by the current European competition and are expected to be in excess of 10 billion, 8.7 billion pounds, people, during the course of initial commitment period of the club. So again, that's big money, and money talks. Nothing, it's something else walks. In addition, the competition will be built on a sustainable financial foundation, with all founding members signing up to a spending framework in exchange for their commitment. Founding members will receive an amount of 3.5 billion, 3 billion pounds solely to support their infrastructure investment plans and to offset the impact of COVID pandemic. So yeah, again, it helps them in the finance market. Apparently, Perez said, "We will help football at every level and take it to its rightful place in the world. Football is the only global sport in the world with more than 4 billion fans, and our responsibility as football clubs is to respond to their desires." As you lot know, the chairman and vice chairman of the Super League, Juventus' Eginelli, said, "Our 12 founding members represent billions of fans across the globe." I don't think so. The clubs might. In the terms of the badge, the people running it clearly don't. And 99 European trophies, but you've sanctioned them all to make your own one, which is incredible. We have come together at this critical moment, enabling European competition to be transformed, putting the game we love on a sustainable footing for long-term future, just so you lot can get consistent cash, substantially increasing solidarity and giving fans and amateur players a regular flow of headline fixtures that will feed their passion for the game while providing them with engaging role models. And again, when you see these fixtures all the time, they might lose the credibility. Joe Glazer has said, by bringing together the world's greatest clubs and players to play each other throughout the season, the Super League will open a new chapter of European football, ensuring world-class competition and facilities and increased financial support for the wider footballing pyramid, people. there you have it, people. So that's what it is there. And we'll see what UEFA have to say. The Premier League apparently have condemned any proposal. As you lot can see, the Premier League condemned any proposal that attacks the principles of open competition and sporting merit, in which are at the heart of the domestic and European football period. Fans of any club in England and across Europe can currently dream that their club may climb to the top and play against the best. We believe that the concept of the European Super League would destroy this dream. The Premier League is proud to run a competitive and compelling football competition that has made it the most widely watched league in the world. Our success has enabled us to make an unrivaled financial contribution to the domestic football pyramid. A European Super League will undermine the appeal of the whole game and have deeply damaging impact on the immediate and future prospects of the Premier League and its members, all those in football who rely on funding and solidarity to prosper. Now, in isolation, I can't disagree with a word the Premier League have said. I just find it a bit ironic that you man are saying it, because, you know, it's like a murderer asking another murderer why he's killed someone. Like, it's all, no one's hands is clean. You're all dirty hands. You're all money minded. You all have taken the game away from the fans. And I feel sorry for the players, because the players are going to be the ones to let it happen, to suffer. The players are going to be the ones, like, if you play for Barcelona, you could be told if you're a French player in Barcelona, you could be told you're not playing at the Euros, and you say, I want to leave, but no one wants to buy you. What the hell are you meant to do? You know, it's the players that are going to be the ones to be harmed from this. The fans as well. But at the end of the day, fans can scream and shout, as we should. It is what it is. They've made their bed. And I think it's pretty compelling that this has happened. I get a small amount of hope that there'll be a resolution, because it's been spoken about, but it's literally happened on the day we're meant to hear reforms from the Champions League. Now, evidently, the English clubs that have signed up for this are not happy with the alleged change. Of course, these clubs have probably slightly different ulterior motives and whatnot, but for whatever reason, they have not picked to join this on sporting integrity. Maybe they have, because it's bigger games, it's 10 games, it's all these sort of things. I just don't believe it, people. And I can't find myself siding with what the Premier League have said so far. They've gone on to say they work with all fans and all appropriate and you know, friendly associations to do with football to make something happen in that regards, folks. So we'll have to see what happens, man. As you lot already know, allegedly the Champions League has been suspended, but as you lot can see, more games plus a solidarity payment of 3.5 billion for these founding clubs. It's easy to see why these lot have joined this, people. It's not for sporting decision. Pardon me. They'll lie to us, and they'll feed us that cap that, oh, it's bigger games and all of these things, but it's done for finances and finances alone, as you lot undoubtedly know, folks, people. Where are we at? Pick up everybody locked in. I know it's late, but please make sure you hit that like button, people. Super League announced. UEFA versus clubs. Premier League statement. So it is what it is. And like I said, people, threatening players, you know, you already see players might not be able to play at Euros, knock-on effects at World Cups. I might be going a bit deeper, but those players that, you know, have, you know, done history in the Champions League or done history in the World Cup or whatever, not that you can, and they're old enough obviously to still play, not that you can disrupt that, but are they going to have their medals taken away? Are they going to have their records thrown away? You know, it's a bit upsetting. Again, even for managers, you know, is a manager going to be sanctioned if he was to, you know, leave a club that is competing in the champs and they're in the Super League? What is going to happen in that regards, people? It is a bit upsetting. And again, how much is it going to affect if Arsenal are in this and, you know, let's just say Chelsea were still in the Champions League? You know, how is it going to affect them in terms of the domestic campaign, people? It is what it is. And again, like I said, the clubs have clearly done it because you're getting an extra £3.5 billion. And again, there's no push to compete. You're a founding member. You're going to be in this. Other teams are going to be qualifying. So that's why they've done it. Of course, it hurts the integrity. For the players, they're going to have to make a decision because you're probably going to have a harder time joining these clubs, people. And again, as long as clubs and the managers understand in August, you got to be on it from the start because you're going to have less of a pre-season. You know, this is basically your Champions League starts from August. And when you've got the World Cup and all of these sort of things. Imagine if this happened 12 months ago, how manic this would have been with all of this stuff I'm talking about and have spoken about and COVID, people. This season's already, is it a fact that we're so late in the season? Does that factor in the timing of this announcement? Exactly. For me, people, it's money, but can these big corporations, can UEFA really say anything? Can the Premier League really say anything? Because they're without it. FIFA, we've already answered that question where they stand, people. So we're gonna have to see what happens in that regards. Now, I want to see exactly what my football club Arsenal has said. We're gonna get into that in a second, people. But what are you lot saying? Big up the 339 of you locked in. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. We're only at 169 likes, people. What is all of that about? But moving forward, people, what are you guys saying? Football is completely over. Absolute madness, DG. I'm in shock. I'm in shock too. This is insane. But it is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't say, and I ain't got nothing to say. You lot are taking it away, people. You lot are taking it away, and it's upsetting. We know football isn't for the fans. You know, done ruined it. Done ruined it. And it's a sad day, no matter what club you support, man. Absolutely upsetting, man. Absolutely upsetting. I don't know. It's been rubbed out, man. And Kroenke knew this. This is why he bought this club 100%, my guy, because now there's no need to really invest in things. You would think because these clubs are now the founding members and they've got that luxury, maybe the purse strings get untightened and you see things, but there's no incidents to push now because you don't have to qualify for the Champions League and the riches that come with it, people. It is what it is. And what upsets me is, we'll get over it. It's upsetting, but we will get over it. I'm not saying this to glamorize it and things like that. But I just think we'll get over it because we love football. Eventually, we'll just keep watching the game. I don't think there's a damn thing us football fans can do, man. Come on, my guy. Come on, come on, come on, Joseph. You know the thing. It's hella late. I ain't trying to run my belly, so I shouldn't be drinking that. But you know the thing, man. Pick up yourself. You said, yo, DG, you had no choice. It's been a long time coming. If you look at what decision we've been making in the last 12 months, only the Super League is damaging. Only thing the Super League is damaging is the Champions League. Fair play. And someone said, as an American, this league just sounds like our sports league. Now, again, I've purposely tried to stay away from that because, I think it can the conversations can go very left when you talk about, for instance, the owners of, the PSGs and Man City, or you talk historically about Abramovich, and then when you get into the Kroenkes, the Glazers, the John Henrys, it does appear that they've gone down that route because big franchise, big blockbuster games and things, and you as an American, if you're saying that, it fully is the American route, and it's just big franchise, and it hurts the integrity right now of our football. And again, like I said, you could see how left that this conversation could go very quickly in relation to those sort of things, but it hurts the integrity of the game. You can imagine the rhetoric that is going to be around foreign ownership and foreign owners as a direct result of this. You have to imagine, they want big leagues. They want big leagues, really and truly. I agree, man. It does resemble you lot's leagues, man. Please make sure you're hitting the like button, man. Spaceful, but don't forget that UEFA has responded to the Super League way quicker than obvious and horrendous racism over years of incidences. Money reigns overall, 100%. Greedy Fs, 100%. This will kill the Premier League because what's the point of finishing high as you can in the league? You're in a Super League anyways. And that's what I mean. They did say they want to work together. So can you, I don't think it can happen, but is there a world one day where you play in the Champions League and this? And then which one do you decide for is bigger? But like you said, it is probably going to harm the league. It might not, because it might provide a level playing field more so to the other teams. I'd say it threatens to hurt the Champions League because some teams, I could imagine, like if Arsenal finished fourth, because we're not in this, by default, the next team, let's just say the next team is Port Vale one day. They could be in the Champions League, which is a great thing, but I'm sure many people will say that's harming them, and that's something the Champions League are trying to get rid of. The likes of, if it was Port Vale, which in a Champions League sense would be Applewell and all of those sort of nations, man. We're all gonna end up watching it, man. No, Bayern Munich have said no. Very damning comment. Much like society, football created by the poor, stolen by the rich. And once again, my guy, footballers will be the scapegoats, my guy. Football players will be the scapegoats, because they're the ones you see on the ground with the money and whatnot. Footballers will be the scapegoats. You know, footballers will be the scapegoats and the victims in this, as well as fans. That's just what I believe, people. That's just what I honestly believe, because again, you're not seeing them. Footballers, why footballers get mocked for money? Because you can see them. You can evidently you can pull them and grab them and things like that. It is that, because you listen, when people they don't get at these football clubs for specific owners of football clubs for earning too much. They get at these players when 9 times out of these 10, these players come from humble beginnings. This is why I'm not saying money footballers should get paid or shouldn't get paid. But this is why I don't mind when footballers get paid what they want. Because are you seeing what clubs are making? Are you seeing what clubs are doing? Football clubs wouldn't even pay players half these things if they weren't making more peas. But you're right, it's created by the poor, stolen by the rich. We're exploited. They exploit these footballers. They exploit our love as fans. You know, they exploit everything. You know, and this is where we're at. And you can imagine now everybody's eating because there's going to be a scramble over the TV, right? Sky chatting crap. They'll probably take it because they ain't got Sky, they ain't got Champions League anymore. Sky will probably take it. You know, you got that. You got all sorts of like little packages that probably could come out by TV networks and whatnot as a direct result of this. There's probably going to be hella marketing opportunities. Clearly, you were speaking a bit ahead. There's different advertisement opportunities and different, you know, things people can look at. It's upsetting, man. It's upsetting on so many angles, man. Bro, this is dead. There's no competition in this. You know, there's just a divine right that we're just there. It's a monopoly thing right now. It's upsetting, man. You know, it's sad. It's just football's gone down the toilet, man. As a fan, how do we combat this? I don't think there's a damn thing we can do, man. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. Chris has said, I love this. At the moment, FIFA makes millions from the Premiership and keep the money. Now the clubs at least can create a lot more money. Don't think it's as easy as that, but fair play. Big up JA. He's still going back to Arsenal. I love my football club, so I'll probably go and watch my game again. I'm not going to cap, but it is upsetting. This thing don't reflect what we're on about, man. No one cares about the World Cup, etc., etc. Speak for yourself. It's a sad way that's a sad way to talk about your mother. Old 10 Mercurials. Come on, man. The hell, broski. The amount of football the players are playing, it's all about the money by all. We as fans, once our clubs start buying top players, we'll all be happy. Fair play. Quite sad. Make sure you're also hitting the like button. Man said Crystal Palace, here I come. So said the fans can say something, but with a 3.5 billion investment, would they care? That's assuming it's going to be directly invested back into the club. You know, again, you could just see a few people enjoying the fruits of such labor. And again, for me, I just see the clubs are seeing 3.5 billion banking in, not really having to push your team to be better. You would imagine that, you know, if you want this big buster league, then everybody needs big buster players. So in theory, you know, Arsenal, everybody should be trying to sign the best players in the world. Reality, that's not going to happen, people. And how does FFP, if anything, affect these teams, if anything? You know, it's mad. Quite upsetting, man. Absolutely upsetting, man. They'll be kicked out the Prem. I'm actually disgusted. It's facts. It has been planned for years. You know, I couldn't sleep, my guy. I couldn't sleep, man. This wasn't a waiting. This wasn't a wait until tomorrow thing. Big up the 400 of you locked in. Please make sure you hit the like button, people. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please don't be an idiot and spam. It's almost stupid. A clock in there. It's 2021. We must accept changes. Miles has said, F these clubs. I'm done with Spurs. Until they get new owners. If this doesn't go ahead, the fact that they tried is enough for me. What are they doing with racism in Europe? Not a damn thing. Capitalism at its finest. Absolutely mad, man. Absolutely mad. But it's already like me. I'm not mad about it. I'm vexed about it. I'm not happy with it, but I wouldn't say I'm mad because I can't change anything, man. I see there's a super chat. Forgive me, my guy. You know, there's hella you lot saying hella things. I can't even scroll back up to it. Callum, appreciate it. I can't bring up on the screen, but you said, wait, I'm confused. From what I understand, Arsenal and the other teams won't be in the domestic league, or have I got it wrong? They'll be in the domestic league, assuming, you know, they can't find an agreement. They won't be in the Champions League or Europa League or whatever. Football is all about money since Sky Sports bought English football. Facts. It's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad, man. Years of rich history thrown away like it was nothing. I supported Spurs from 1997 until an hour ago. It's disgusting. Used to be a workers' game. Now it's billionaires' toys. And I think Paul wins an award for the best way of summing it up. That last bit of the sentence. It's disgusting. It used to be a workers' game. Now it's billionaire toys. It's so good. I have to say it again. It's disgusting. Used to be a workers' game. Now it's billionaire toys. And that's all it is. It's a toy. They'll pack up. That's why us fans, I don't want to use the word condone, but we relatively condone historically what's going on at our clubs. We scream and shout. No disrespect, Paul. Well, you're a Spurs fan, so respectfully as I can say it. But you, man, lost on the weekend. Well, dropped points, as did we. You know, you drew. We can be frustrated, shout about it, but we're still going to be talking about our clubs and still investing emotion, if not necessarily finances. And they've used this. They've picked apart this, like you said, the workers' game when my man's working all week in whatever job he's having, barely making ends meet, making sure he's paying his bills, all of these things. He's putting a little bob every week to the side because he knows come one weekend that month or every weekend that month, he's going to a place where he belongs, a place where he's thinking about it. That's that one place that on a Monday when his boss is talking nonsense, he's working for it because he knows come Friday, two more sleeps or a sleep and I'm there. They have played upon that love for too much, and it's getting it's finally at that moment now where it's gone too much, it's gone too far. And as fans globally, I don't know what we can do. You know, we live in a day and age, there's a lot of token gestures. Football's gone as far as away from the fans as it has ever been. But I can't disagree with anyone. You know, it doesn't. I've seen Liverpool, United, City, Arsenal, everybody saying they're done with their club. The club isn't reflecting what they're on. You know, it's a madness. It's a madness. And again, our clubs have underinvest on numerous times. You get it? Like Kroenke has been knowing, you know. And when I say underinvest, if you don't hang me up on finances, I mean kicking on to the next level. Liverpool, they ain't kicked on after winning the league. We sure as hell ain't kicked on. United, say what you want, you know, the Glazers. If they haven't kicked on in the best of days, why would they want to kick on? Because they know that they're a founding 12th member or whatever member part of this new thing. It's absolutely appalling, man. How does this expect your support for Arsenal? It makes me look at the club in utter disgrace because I've been saying on the best of days it doesn't reflect what we've got. So yeah, you know the rights have gone to Germany, but you can imagine if and when those rights are back available, because they will. You know, they're not going to have exclusive rights forever. They will become subject to a bidding war. It's all about money, you know. Sky Sports are going to get involved. BT are going to get involved. These people are going to get involved, you know. And this is it as well. You know, if you do think that this isn't a bad thing, let me know because, you know, I'd love to hear all the opinions. Big up everybody locked in. There's 400 odd. Can we all make sure we're hitting that like button, people? There's only 252 likes. We can definitely do a bit better, man. Just when you think things couldn't get worse, facts. Never gonna get that star on our badge. Dan, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's quite upsetting, man. Leon has said we need to calm down. It's reality. It's been a rich man's game since the EPL was formed, and all that sponsorship and Arsenal are behind the times. You know, is what it is. Football has destroyed. Money has destroyed football, man. Very sad. Absolute facts. You know, big up yourself, John Wayne. I ain't seen you in a hot minute, man. Run up the likes, run up the likes. Big up the Twitch gang as usual. Bro, it's a mad day. Don't think I'll ever feel the emotion again like I did when Jogba won us the Champions League. Now it's gone. Chelsea fan stress, man. Luckily, I have a real team in Burnley. Shout out to you. Media owns the world. Sky Sports and BT will run into Super League's arms 100%. They're just doing cap, man. And what you can see now, you're going to see. I'm not saying people are right are wrong to speak out about it. I want people to speak out about it, but we live in a day and age. People just want to be saying the right things. I think there's gonna be bare people. You know, you look at them now, you can see already. You know, they just want to be seen. They're getting their viral moments. They don't care about the integrity of this game, or they wouldn't have stood by when several things, not just this, was what was happening. People, you know, it's upsetting, man. Absolutely appalling, man. I genuinely have no words. You know, Wenger did say it. Shout out to Wenger. You know, FFP didn't do anything. They tried to relax that. You know, later today we'll hear some official opinions on how they're going to change the Champions League. I still think there's slight hopes that this will be done and everyone will just continue in the Europa and Champions League, and we keep going. You're right. All this talk isn't going to do anything, but we're still here going to talk about it as fans, regardless. A set of people making money from football now. Some next man want to eat, simple as. Well said. The fact that I might never see Arsenal win the Champions League makes me sad. Fair play. If it's every 3-4 years, it would be interesting to see who's the best team in the world for that period. Boy, United fan, but this Super League is absolute shambles. All the history of the Big Six down the drain, all the integrity. But it is what it is. What is the biggest cause of UEFA? I'm not sure what that means. It is a very scary prospect, man. Evan, another United fan, says, as a United fan, I never thought I'd see the day where my love for the game gets crushed and I walk away from my team. We need to take these owners out. No coming back, take out. Rah, 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 rah. You're moving on. It might be, but we're way too late in April for all of that. You know, way too all late in football for that. Man are saying they'd rather watch grassroots football. It's pure greed, man. And as much as I'm vexed about it, I'm not vexed to the point where I'm going to be foaming at the mouth. Not because I don't believe it is. It's just like, if it's not you lot, it's the Premier League doing this and it's someone else. Like, you're all just shagging it. So it's like, as much as I can criticize the Super League, are they doing anything different than I'm seeing what them and they are doing already? I'm not condoning it, man. Imagine how the smaller teams are going to be affected. It's going to hurt the integrity of the league because, again, if let's just say let's just say five of the, in fact, let's just say the top six that have the 6 teams that have left this league and going to join this league. Let's just say they next season they finish in 1st to 6th place. Again, how do you then allocate the 4 Champions League places? Who do you allocate it to? I don't know what's going on in that regard. It's getting a bit mad, man. Absolutely mad, man. As a Spurs fan, I now know why Levy built the new stadium. UEFA fumbled. Arsenal Invincibles, United 99, City Centurions, and Leicester title means nothing now. Can't see myself watching my club in this plastic league. I think one of the best solutions is to bring up some kind of reform proposal, such as adding a relegation system. Or taxpayers' money furlonged many of these teams. Emmanuel said, devil's advocate, the money from the Super League might be used to help local leagues in unforeseen situations like the pandemic. Yeah, because when them smaller clubs in League Two, in the Championship, and the rest of them came calling to the big boys for some help, they really let it rain. So I'm not too sure, man. Absolutely shameful, man, though. It's a sad day for football. It's a good thing. Let's embrace change. Fair play. I'm all for change. Have we really thought about this as a shape of mind? That's the squad, as in the ESL will be scrapped in less than 3 years. It won't work. They might end the Premier League. No, they won't. They've just said they're going to work with it. And that's another thing, Davina, Amazon would be all over that. It would make 100% sense. It's a fantastic opportunity for the Amazons and the Netflix and all of those sort of things. 100%. My point is they'll sell to the highest bidder in it. There might even be one crypto entertainment company that gets involved in those sort of things in the future. I don't know. The Premier League will now be the place we play fringe players resting our best for the big game, big week money games. Probably that's where the money is, bro. Absolutely sad though, man. Sad, man. It's sad among everything. It's very sad. Reiner said, if this happens, I'll never watch a Liverpool game again. I'm not watching anymore unless this gets overturned. Sad, man. Do you think Arsenal will win the Super League? No. We'll be in for it, man. We'll be in for it. We're just in it for the sake of it, man. as a side issue, I don't think fans will ever watch from stadiums again. It'll be a TV only. Don't say that. We gotta get in there, man. We gotta get in there. I feel deflated. MLS it is. Should we look at what Arsenal have had to say, folks, as well? Let's see what Arsenal have had to say on this situation as well, folks. Just guessing that's at that period. 49, 20. But yeah, in fact, just before that, what have we said here? I'm a Chelsea fan and it really disgusts me. Unbelievable. Genuine question. I don't know who will win it, my guy. I really don't. Sod this, I'm becoming a Leeds fan. Man, I have to be real. I'll watch one game. I'm not gonna cap. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna cap it. So if it's on TV, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna watch it. Let's be real. I'm not gonna sit here and not watch it. I don't agree with it, but I will watch it. If it's inevitable, it's gonna happen, man. Ronan has said, as a Hammers fan, I don't want to get a pity top four finish. Fair play. How much do you think it will be to watch a game and where we'll be able to watch it? It's like somebody like Davina said, I think it's a great shout. Amazon and Netflix is the perfect opportunity for them to bag that. If not, then we got is it DAZN, Dave Gullit, Sky Sports and BT. From what you lot are saying, they're broke, but you could imagine these lot are gonna be part of some sort of bidding war, man. So it is what it is, man. But Arsenal probably going to be in there getting embarrassed anyways. There's no Bayern Munich though, so it could only be up from there, I guess. But yeah, man, let's get into Arsenal. Let's see what Arsenal have said, people. It's a sad day, as I said. It's a very sad day. Football. Let's see what my football club Arsenal have had to say about this situation, folks. As you lot can see here, European Super League announced, people. We have joined 11 European clubs as founding members of a new midweek competition, the European Super League. There's lots more to bring to the competition to life, and we'll continue to update our supporters as things progress. More information can be found in a joint statement released by the founding members below. In the meantime, our focus is on finishing this season as strong as possible. We've already read this out, people, so it's more or less the same. And it's highlighted that it will be midweek fixtures. That obviously there'll be 20 participating teams, five members, 15 founding members, and 5 teams will have to qualify year in, year out. So again, the founding members will be there. You'll get an added £3.5 billion allegedly in what you need to do, people, solely to support your infrastructure. So it's making sense. No pressure on you to qualify. It is what it is, man. They're out here in that regards, man. It's quite poor. It's quite, it's a mad day of football. Like, it's a really mad day of football. It's a really depressing day of football. But gonna have to continue with it, man. Bro, we all stream illegal anyways. I can't see them making money off pay-per-view. The season ticket holders are the bread and butter. Fair play. Apparently, these lot have denied any involvement. Rangers and Celtic might join the Premier League as a result of this. Don't think it's correlated, but that's something a lot of people have wanted to see. So why not make it happen, Premier League? Why not make it happen? It's a day where everything can go down. Please make sure you're hitting that like button, folks. Please make sure you're hitting that like button as usual. What's going on with this thing? It's what a sad day. So effing disappointing in our club, but not surprised. So I'm not surprised because money talks, man. And these lot are not footballing, man. From a Chelsea fan, I don't think they should go ahead, and I think the money has ruined the game. I'm not saying that money in the game is bad, but if this is what it has come to, I don't know what to do. And big up Noah, you've said, but well, that's not Noah. Big up Noah, been busy with exams, we'll be back soon. This is a shamble. Shout out to you, Noah. Best of luck with your exams. Smash it, homie. Shout out to Brazil in the building as well. What about players from smaller clubs who dream of playing against the best? And they've got to either join a Champions League team or join a team in this thing, people. I don't really get the news. So the top 6 are leaving the Premier League to join the Super League. No, they're not joining. They're breaking away from challenging in European competition. Football was made by the poor and taken away by the rich. European football died today. Actually happening. Trust me, my bro. It's actually happening. It's a monopoly, just like NBA. It's literally turned into WWE. Exactly that, my broski. Exactly that. Quite sad, man, when you deep it. Fair play to PSG saying no, at least PSG have integrity. Who knew? I can't believe the Champions League this year got banned. I'm a City fan and it's the first year we've actually made it into the semi-finals. Bro, I will not watch this team embarrass us on a global scale. It's just been a sad game, man. It's just a sad day for football, and it is what it is, man. Have a quiz today, make me more sense. When you check the debt of all clubs, it's all about keeping the clubs running 100%. It is fully greedy, people. I'm down with this. Arsenal will never be able to compete without this. Chelsea and City effed up the game. Anyways, we're 9th and we deserve to be in the Super League. All the top teams should threaten to kick the 12 teams out of their respective leagues. Money talks, man. Money talks. That's the only thing you could say. Money talks is extremely unacceptable, man. Extremely unacceptable. And that's it as well. PSG are on the sideline. Where's that comment gone, man? Somebody said PSG on the sideline until they find out basically, if this will affect the Qatar World Cup chances. 503 people here smash up the like buttons, as you said. The bigger picture is US is putting themselves into everything in Super League will probably start its own streaming service for ridiculously high prices. PSG is just on the sideline until the World Cup in Qatar is over. They won't anger their owners and risk being in beef with FIFA. Fair play. All a madness. I appreciate you for loving the thingies, for loving the vids and that. Really do. I am angry with you, Nicholas. Bro, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. You're not all female, so why are you angry with me, bro? You can't be angry with the next man, bro. Ski. Loud man, bro. Bit big, no one's there. Moving forward, as a Tranmere fan, at least a few of the Liverpool fans who refuse to go watch the competition might come support us. It's all about money. Arsenal keep disappointing. You look tired, man. You should go to sleep. Of course, I'm tired. I'm tired of Arsenal messing about. I'm tired of joining this, my guy, man. Come on, of course I'm knackered. It's 1 something in the morning. Chill off, my guy. Gonna look tired. The new world order is coming. Bro, you man are some conspiracy, Donnies. It will be like NBA. In Portugal, if the owner disagrees with the club, the owner keeps the players while the club keeps the name, the badge, and the stadium. Starting again in lower tiers. Can this happen in England? My guy Rodrigo, I don't have a clue. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You're probably going to have to Google that one there, my broski. It's the beginning of the end. Why are Arsenal in this league? Because they've chosen to do it, man. Will you still watch Arsenal? I've still got a YouTube channel to go, man. It's the end, man. I hope to wake up and see that it is April Fool's. I hope to wake up and see that it has been done. Oh, sorry, man. It's late, bro. I didn't even see him, broski. Mad, man. I'm gonna have to take that poor decision making. It's too early in the morning for shit English. Apologies, man. Make sure your sentences make sense. You're gonna have to eat that one. Come on. If this doesn't go through, then we need to put pressure on Kroenke. I think we need to put pressure on him anyways, man. Arsenal can't beat Fulham about Super League when you put it like that. Bare embarrassment. But I'm sure they won't care if it means we're banking 3.5 billion quid every season. and not having the pressure to qualify, and having at least on top of that, you're playing 10 games. So there's the commercial things in that one. You know, it's a mad one, man. Leicester are a bigger club than Arsenal and Spurs. You're allowed to say what you believe. Ollie is what it is, man. Bro, if somehow this all stops and we are back to Prem, I would go mental. Fans need to vote with feet and stay away from games once we get back. Stu, I'm not saying you're wrong, but realistically, for every one man like you is not gonna go, there's about 20 fans that will fight over that seat. 100% agree. Man said gutted. Do you think it will be a good idea to have a 51% rule like they have on it in Germany to avoid this sort of situation? I don't know for what Germany's got, but anything that gives equal power or some power to the fans in decisions like this, then I would love it, man. And said at least on the bright side, you can stream and do more watch alongs on your stream. Yeah, there's a silver lining, man. Silver lining, I guess, in that regards, man. I guess, man. Eddie scored our last goal in the Premier League. Celebration makes sense. We're not gonna be kicked out of the Premier League, man. They're not gonna be kicked out. I've been with Arsenal 36 years with more ups than downs back then and now. We are down. For this league, I'm actually interested in rivals that will actually be happening. The North London Derby and the Manchester Derby is happily here to stay. I can support this league. It's sad that I'm still going to watch this. Is there any point to win the Europa League? I guess not. RIP. This is heartbreaking. Facts, 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 facts. And again, one has to wonder, is this going to affect the league? Because again, the finances, you might not be in the champs, but you're in the Super League, but you get the finances now. Is that going to allow you to spend more on players and in theory have a stronger team for the domestic league? Because again, football, English clubs don't need money in comparison to the others, but more so if they're getting power like this, it could be something, man. It is very brazy. Very brazy. They created a system to maximize profit, minimize risk, and ultimately screw the fans. Only positive is all the fan bases against it and voicing opinions, but doubt it will be enough. Never thought I would back Boris, but I need him to back FIFA. Did that one. If we're being real, football is not finished. It's just something that we're going to have to firm for years to come. It'll be normal, but it is a shame. Apparently, if we go Super League and go back to the Prem, we have to go all the way back to the Conference League. And again, it's more scaremongering from the leagues. They're not gonna make them do it, in my opinion. Anyways, 352 likes. There's 482 of you locked in. Please make sure you're hitting the like button, folks. Please make sure you're hitting that like button. Get your opinions in. Miles has said, DG, what about the Europa League this season? Do you care that Arsenal be ejected? And even if you stay in it, there's no longer any incentive to win it. Well, for me, my bro, as a fan, every incentive to win it. I know with what's coming in relation to the Europa, this new Super League, but for the fans, if we're still in it, try win it. It's a competition. As an Arsenal man, 26 years of age, I ain't seen us win a League Cup. I mean, a European trophy, you know. I thought I was you saying I ain't seen a League Cup, a league there, but it is what it is, man. Early in the days, but yeah. On a serious note, I think it owe it to the fans. In it, you're in it. There's no positives. Again, it don't mean there's Champions League, but it is what it is in that regards, man. We're in it. You have a duty to try and win it, but again, you could say there's no incentive. But I just think as Arsenal, we look for reasons to roll over and do that sort of stuff. Like even today, our focus is in the Europa League. It's not really an excuse. Do you get it? So it is what it is in that regards, man. We're kicked out. It's confirmed. 100% kicked out. I'm gonna type Arsenal's name in. Arsenal not kicked out of the Premier League, bro. It's probably gonna be hella threats being sent. You type in Arsenal. Yeah, bro. This takes away actual football competition. Fans won't care about spending because they're guaranteed a specific amount of money no matter what. Feel con for this Europa League run. How does this affect FIFA? Will teams just not be in the game? I don't know. I don't think so. Is football becoming a business instead of a passion? Bro, I'm going to stop you there. It's been that. It's our passion that they made into a business, which isn't a bad thing as long as you give and take. Ain't give and take, man. It might be a good watch, man. All this takeaway from the Champions League. Well, you'd imagine they'll be competing against each other. You know, one starts in August, one don't start for a couple of weeks slash month before that. So it's got a bit of a head start. Yeah, the Champions League and UEFA have been suspended. Love for that, X. Hit the sub button, man. Nothing, man. And I know everyone's stressed, man. Francis is a Liverpool fan. He said 31 years of being a Liverpool fan, got my nephew into my team. Where do I go from here? I knew this was gonna yo. The end of that, man. Didn't even say that you're moving a bit crazy still. No, none of that. None of that. Chill, brother. It's too early for that. I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's gonna compete. You know, Champions League. Apparently, they're gonna announce some stuff today, man. We'll have to see what the leagues and football associations are going to do. Football's been a business for 15 years. What's the point in competing in the domestic season? No more World Cup and Euro now. Arsenal and Man United have been kicked out of the Europa League. I swear they just suspended it. So it is what it is. What should be the punishment for these breakaway teams? Fines seem counterproductive. Realistically, if they want to break away, they should. I don't think there should be any fines. Really, if they want to break away, they want to break away, man. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely mad, man. It's sad, man. Trust me. Moving mad in it. Moving very gazy, man. Trust me. Doing too much. So yeah, man, we'll never know. It might just be Twitter lies, man. I did see that. I did say that. Hey, man, you're calling it soccer. That's a joke thing. Pattern up, man. Things football, broski. All divisions should go European and then you can have relegation. Okay. Where's that comment, man? In 5 years' time, we'll be raving about the Super League. The president of the Super League said if they ban players from the World Cup, they'd make their own. Raw. Madman. That's a madness. Raw. Absolute banter, man. UEFA will eventually give in. The ESL will pattern their money. It's a lose-lose situation. The new format is awful in the Champions League. UEFA are corrupt. Bro, money talk. Arsenal getting pumped every week. Nothing's changed. Geezer, bro. Facts. You know, that's a good way. You know, European Cartel League. It does feel like a cartel thing, really and truly. Frank has said, as a United supporter, they should vacate all the titles. I'm not sure about that. If it's all gonna go the American way, they'll do player auction styles like they do in the NBA with draft picks, reduces the expenses on them. Boy, thoughts on if we want to come back going to the fifth division? I don't think we'll have to go into the fifth division, but if we do, then we're just gonna have to get promoted, innit? Diego said, in my opinion, it's just a way to put pressure on UEFA to start giving teams the pay they deserve because over the last few years, they've been boosting Champions League and Europa League prices because of super threats. No spamming. It was inevitable. Get real, people. Fair play. More money is good for everybody. Hot hotels, airlines, YouTubers, players as well. Culturally, things will change, but it's not a guarantee it's for the worst. I mean, there was a time we wrote letters. Facts. No. Trust. Absolute trust. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Paul said, if the 5 teams that are promoted all finish in the top 5, win the competition 1 year and not playing the next, I'm not too sure how it works, man. I'll be real with you. I'm not going to sit here and cap. 74 likes. Can we get that to 400 people? Venture capitalists, 100%, man. 100%. 100%. I can't lie though, people. We've been here just over an hour. I'm not even gonna lie. It is almost 2 a.m. over in the UK. I'll be back at 11:30, so I'm gonna clock off, people. On that note, people, please hit the like button. It's a depressing day for football. Yeah, man, I've said everything I've had to say. You lot have said everything you've had to say. I appreciate everybody who's turned up this early, people. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. It's sad, really and truly, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Big up, AM. Love to see you in the building. You're not sleeping. I don't know, my guy. Bless everybody. Please make sure you're following me on Twitch if you're not deluded Guna 187. I can't lie, people. I gotta keep it moving. You lot can't see, but you know, I might get done like Robbie. Shout out to Robbie. I'm falling asleep, though. My eyes are tired now, man. It's time to keep moving, people. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'll catch you lot tomorrow, people. On that note, everybody go get some sleep. We go again, man. Andrew, I'm going to bed, my guy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm going to brush my teeth and I'm going to my bed. On that note, deluded.